What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be doing my 100 subscribers special, which is my entire animatronic collection video for 2022 as of before any purchases for the 2022 Halloween season. And now I know a lot of you guys are probably thinking,
oh, you said you were going to upload the video in 2 weeks max. It was a 100 subscriber special.
And I know, I said I was going to do it in 2 weeks. It's 3 weeks now. And I also said it was a 100 subscriber special. I'm almost at 140. But it really, for the first few days, I wasn't exactly sure if I was going to do this. I was almost about to not do it. But I ended up doing it. And then also, it did take a while because I had to set up all 22 animatronics. And then once they were set up, I had to wait till a day that I was able to do it because I needed someone to help me, and it just took a while to get a day that I was able to do it. But I was able to do it, and the video is filmed. I'm recording this intro the day after I filmed the video. So without further ado, let's play the clips. Okay, so the first animatronic that we're going to be showing is this clown that I got a few years ago for my birthday. I don't know what the exact name is, but it looks pretty cool. We're probably going to put in a ticket booth this year.
Oh, did I scare you? Good. You taste much better when you're scared.
The second animatronic I'm going to be showing is Blood Brothers. Now you might recognize some of these because they were in my previous animatronic collection video, but I did get some new ones, so I wanted to show my new ones that I got. I got him, I believe, for maybe Christmas a few years back. I'm not too sure when I got him. I've had him for like a year or so. He's pretty cool. He has some nice face detail. I think he's like one of my only zombie ones. I don't really have any zombie ones other than him, but he's definitely a cool one. I think he was an online only. Now let's cut to the demo. The next animatronic I will be showing in this video is Shorty. Now this one is actually not my animatronic. My brother actually got this one, but I figured I would include it in the video because it is still a Halloween animatronic that will be getting displayed this year, so I figured I would include in the video. Plus it's also a pretty cool one. This is Shorty from Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Definitely very movie accurate, just by the face detail. It looks very realistic, considering that it's a Halloween animatronic. Good quality clothing, better than some other ones. It has some padding inside to make it more full. We had the punching gloves on it. There's not really much else to say about this one, especially because it's not mine. The next one is another clown. Now, this is not the original 2013, if I'm correct, model. This is the remake 2021 model of Wacky Clown. Still very accurate to the original. Obviously, 2021 one, I got this guy last year for my birthday. He's a pretty cool one, you know. It's definitely a better clown than they've made before. This is definitely a good clown. Some of them are a little bit too silly or just not scary, but this one's definitely a perfect amount of silly but also scary. We might have a pretty cool idea for him this year in the haunt. But let's cut to the demo.
Step right up, boys and girls. Who's next to get walloped by my hammer? Be the first on your block to say, Wacky Mole, club me over the head.
This next animatronic, there's not much to talk about other than this is the brown jumping spider. We got it in, I believe, 2017 or 2018. It no longer works, so we just use it as like a static spider prop. Yeah, there's nothing really else much to say. This is actually the first animatronic that we ever got from Spirit Halloween. I did not purchase it, but this is the first one that we've ever had from Spirit Halloween. There's no demo for this guy because, like I said, he is broken. But next up is Mr. Howl. Now, Mr. Howl, he is a really cool one. He's a really cool looking werewolf. He has really good detail on his face. I like how there's some exposed fur on the shirt. The hands are pretty detailed. Overall, it's a pretty detailed animatronic. It has some pretty typical wolf animation, which is like the howling, the head that goes up. But overall, it is a really cool one. The thing is very tall. I think it might be over 7 feet, at least 7 feet, if not over. Everything on this guy, from like the hands to the feet and the head, are just absolutely huge. This guy uses the plastic leg pieces that make it more full, so that's good. I got this guy for Christmas of 2021, so I'll be using him for the first time this year in 2022 for my haunt. Let's cut to the demo. Next up is Pennywise. Unfortunately, I won't be able to do a demo for it in this video because there's a part that needs to get screwed in for like the track when it jumps up, but the screws won't screw in and tighten it fully, so I'd rather not risk turning it on. So I'm just gonna show this one. I got him last year, 2021, at the flagship store. I don't know if it's a 2021 model or if it was just a leftover. I'm not exactly sure on that. But this was the first clown animatronic that I got that I put outside, because that first clown that I showed, the smaller one, that was the first actual clown that I got, but I just used it inside. This is the first one that I got to put outside, and I'm glad that I got this one because this is the one that started the clown theme for our haunt. So now we have been continuing to do a clown theme as part of our haunt. He's another really detailed one. The movie ones are usually really detailed. It has like cracking on the forehead. The paint's really good. The hair is pretty good, especially compared to some other ones. It has really good clothing. It has like a padding that like fills it up to make it more fill. But overall, this is another really high quality looking prop. The animation is an okay jump scare. It jumps up from like 6 feet to 7 feet or something like that. So it's a pretty good jump scare. Unfortunately, there isn't going to be no demo for this one, but I do have an unboxing and setup video. I will leave a card up on the screen for you to go watch that video, and there is a demo of him on there.
Well, I'm Pennywise, the dancing clown. I'll take all of you, as I'll feast on your flesh as I feed on your fear.
The next one I'm going to be showing is the Nightmare Harvester. Now, this guy is probably my favorite, if not second favorite, from the 2018 season for Spirit Halloween. I got him back in 2020. He was online, so I was able to get him. He was still in stock online, but not in stores. He's out of stock now. This guy is another one that has a lot of good detail. A lot of these ones have a lot of good detail. The next one is not really as detailed of a one, but this one is another one with a lot of detail. Just from like the hands, they have like all that like vine texturing on them. The feet have the vine texturing on them. The clothing's a little bit plain. It's just a green outfit, but that's not too big of a deal. The face is definitely another great part of this one, even though the sensor is just right in the nose, but that's still not even too big of a deal. The face is really cool, definitely different than a lot of other ones. Sometimes the face, because there's like a fabric with the clear plastic underneath, sometimes it's a little bit see-through at night, but you don't really notice it. The jack-o'-lantern is nice. It has some nice airbrushing detail to make it look a little bit more realistic, like with the stripes in between. The pumpkin lights up in there. There's a little orange light. Definitely looks really cool at night. Let's cut to the demo. The next animatronic to show in my collection is experiment number 4, if I'm correct. I think that's the name for it. I used to call it something else, and I realized it was experiment number 4. Not too much to say about this one. It's just a simple little jump scare. The hand pops out. It's nice. You could put it like near the candy bowl or something. It has some wooden details. Looks pretty realistic, especially in the right lighting. Sometimes it'll look a little bit shiny, but overall you can usually get it to look pretty good. The hand is okay detail. I mean, nothing crazy, just a hand, but yeah, that's really it. I got this guy for Christmas in 2021. I'll be using him for the first time this year. Probably putting him near the candy bowl like I said, but I guess I'll show you guys his demo. The next, I guess I would call it a static prop to show in this video is the 12-foot skeleton from Home Depot. Now, this is definitely one of my favorites that I own, and I'm really glad to have been able to get this one. I was able to get him on like a restock, I think in like June. I think actually might have been a halfway to Halloween restock. They restocked this guy, so I ended up getting him, I think after school. It was still on the website, so I ended up getting him. Now, this guy is huge. Now, I'm going to try to show it in the video how big he is. Now, you could kind of tell, but just like all the parts on him, like his hands, his head, just all the parts on him, when you see him in person, they definitely look a lot bigger than how they look on camera. Like, I'll just go up close so you can see my hand compared to the size of his foot. Like, his foot is just huge. So this is, I think I said, my newest purchase for the season. I got him in the beginning of this summer. He is on right now. I don't know if you could see the eyes. They are on. Probably can't see it right now, but you will see it when I put it out for the hunt. He will most likely be in our graveyard since he is a skeleton. Now, since this is the newer model, it does have the plug-in option. So you could see right here, you could plug him in. There's also a battery mode there, and then there's an on and off switch. I think you can also set it on a timer if you want. But there's not really much else to say. He has posable arms. I forgot to mention that. The arms, you could pose them different positions. There's like different locking positions. You just tighten it with an Allen key. But that's really it for this guy, so let's go to the next animatronic. Next one is the collector. Now, this one's pretty cool for me anyways, because this is the first one that I ever purchased with my money from Spirit Halloween. So this one's a pretty cool one for me because this is the first one that I ever brought. So yeah, I ended up getting this guy at the 50% off sale the day after Halloween of 2019, and I used him for 2020, 2021, and I will be using him again for 2022. Not sure what I'm going to be doing with him this year. He's either going to be going underneath the porch like he has in previous years, or he will be in our graveyard this year. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, not much else to say about him, I don't think. I guess maybe I'll show like up close some of the detail on the face. Pretty cool Reaper. They don't really make, I feel like, too many. I mean, actually, I guess they kind of do. I don't feel like they make like too many Reapers. Like this year, I mean, we're getting Little Skelly Bones remake, but that one's not even really good. We don't really get too many of these kinds of animatronics, so I'm glad I got this one, especially for half the price of its original price, which is like $250. So I got a little sale on him, which made it worth the price then. But I'll give you guys a demo of him.
Once I take your soul, the body will die. I collect this now unneeded flesh to feed my army of demons, so we can hunt for more.
Next up is the man-eating plant from Home Depot Halloween 2021 season. If you watched my haunt video last year, he was not working for the haunt because he had like water in his adapter plug or something, and we didn't realize that until after. So he was not up and running for the haunt, but he was still out as a static. But this year we will have him working for the haunt. I actually think he is, even though there are some things that could have been better. I think overall this is a good one for the price of, like, I think it was $130, considering it's like a 6 foot with the wing things, the plant things that stick out on the sides, and just how unique it is. There's never really been anything like this before, so I think for the price it was good. Unfortunately, they did a thin plastic here, shiny on the inside. But again, I know they did it because they don't want the mechanism to break. But they definitely could have upgraded it to a better plastic. But it's not too big of a deal. And also the voice lines are a little bit funny. But you can always turn down the audio. Or just leave it as a static if you really don't want to have it on at all. But overall, this is a great animatronic, definitely good as like a more budget-friendly option. So I'll give you guys a little demo of him.
Candy, your candy looks delicious, is what I meant to say. Please, come sit near me and pass some time in my shade. Oh, food, I'm starving. Oh, my apologies.
The next animatronic is Mr. Dark. This is one of my favorites that I own. This is like one of my top 5 definitely, if not higher up on my list. This one is just an amazing jump scare. It jumps up to like 9 feet tall, from like 3 or 4 feet to 9 feet, so great jump scare. The detail's not the best. It's just a basic skull head. The skull head does look cool though, especially with those big fangs, like those big, teeth on it. So the detailing is okay. It has some light up eyes over there. The hands are nothing special, just some grayish white hands. And the clothing is also pretty plain, just a black outfit. But all that detailing stuff, you kind of just like forget about once you see like how good the animation is on this one. The audio's typical like little jump scare noise. But overall, this is still one of my top favorites because of how different of a jump scare this is a jump scare that's never been used before, especially a jump scare that's never been used before to a height of 9 feet tall. There are jumping ones, but nothing like this crazy height. So actually, I didn't say, I'll tell you guys when I got this one. I don't think I've actually said it for all of them, but I'm trying to do my best. I got this guy for Christmas of 2021, so this Halloween will be my first Halloween using him. So let's do the demo. Next up is Miss Mercy. Now, I got this one back in 2020 when it released. I believe this was like my third one that I purchased. There's not really too much to say about this one, other than maybe just talk about like some of the details again. This one's a pretty realistic one, actually probably one of the scariest ones I have as far as detailing goes. If you lift this up, you could see a little bit more of it. The eyes are pretty scary looking. There's a lot of like wrinkles. The teeth look pretty scary. The hands are pretty well detailed. And then the outfit's a little bit dirtied up. They could have definitely made it look a little bit scarier, the outfit, but again, they don't really put any blood on their outfits anymore, too much really. But they did at least dirty this one up a little bit. If you've watched my haunt video from the past 2 years, actually, 2020 and 2021, you would see where we use this one. We have it like behind a table with the skeleton body. You could check out that video if you want to see exactly how it looked in this section of the haunt. But I'll do a little demo so you guys can see what it does. Okay, now getting towards the end of the row with these animatronics, we have Ellie Hatchet. Sorry, I forgot the name there for a second. I always get Ellie Hatchet and Harriet Hustle confused, but Ellie Hatchet. Now, I got this one in 2020 when it released. There's not too much detail on the axe, but the face looks pretty good on this one. There's some detail on the clothing. So I'll show you guys the demo now.
Get back!
Alright, this one is one that there's not too much to talk about for, but it is a Scarecrow that used to stand and the base broke, so we put in a chair and filled up the legs with some newspaper to make it a little bit more full. The face looks pretty cool on this one. There used to be a bird here, but it broke off, and I think the wire also ripped, but we do still have the bird. We might try to fix it. Okay, so this is the Twisted Jack from Party City, which is the static version that just has the audio. I will not be able to do a demo for him because I don't have an adapter for it, and I can't remember which one has an adapter that works with this one. So this year I am gonna get an adapter for it, but I actually got batteries to put into it on one of my previous videos like a while back, so I'll leave a card up on the screen if you want to watch the unboxing and setup of him, which features a demo at the end if you do want to see this one. Not too much to explain. This one's pretty basic with the clothing. It just has some creepy cloth, some black cloth, and then a printed on chest. It's not like the plastic one that Home Depot has, just a printed chest. And then if we go on the back here, there's nothing on the back. It's just the control box. There's no like covering. It's just a one-sided kind of thing. And then you just stake it into the ground down there. But overall, it's a pretty nice Scarecrow just because you could stake it in the ground and just have it looking creepy. Or you could have the audio going if you get the batteries or adapter. Now, just so you know, I don't think you can get this one anymore anyways, but if you get a used or something, it doesn't come with an adapter. You have to buy the adapter separately. So that's why I'm still trying to get one. I think I'm going to try to get one this year for the haunt, so it's not running on batteries like it was last year. But, like I said, there was a card on the screen, so you guys could have looked at the demo. Okay, now the next one that I'll be showing, just a little small one, like a 3-foot Reaper from Home Depot last year. Nothing too much to talk about. It has a nice little paint job on the face, a little like scythe, red clothing, which looks pretty cool, and that's about it. I'll do a little demo just showing his small animation that he does have.
Welcome. Don't be afraid.
Okay, so the next and almost final one, I have 2 more left after this. Actually 3, I'm sorry. 3 more left. This one, I'm not exactly sure what the name is, but it's supposed to be like a tree monster guy. And he's actually pretty cool. Unfortunately, it does have one of those like tree kind of bases, which will sometimes break. But overall, it's pretty cool. Especially, I like how the face looks. The face has some nice tree detail considering what the animatronic is. The hands are pretty decent. And then the clothing has some nice different colors going on right now. It's a little bit messed up, the clothing, because it's a little bit windy right now. But normally it's a little fixed up a little bit better. I just got him out here for this video. And I believe he still works, so if he does, then here's the demo. Okay, so this is, for me, a pretty cool one, just because this is the first ever animatronic that we ever got. Now, we do still use this in our haunt, even though it's pretty old, doesn't really work anymore, and it's a pretty basic one, but we do still use it, especially because this is the first one that we ever got. Maybe soon we'll stop using it just so that we could have it, you know, always just to keep, just to remember that this was the first one that we ever got, which is really what started our Halloween haunt. But yeah, there's no demo for him because unfortunately he's broken, so we do just use him as a static. Give you guys a little look at his face. Nothing too detailed, but just so you can see it. And yeah, that's it for this one. There's not really much to show. Okay, now this is Harriet Hustle. I got this one for Christmas of 2021, and it is a pretty cool one. I love the detail on the face with the airbrushing. The reddish hair color is nice. The clothing design is overall a pretty unique and different, I guess you could say, design. I like the little handprint and blood marks. I have it in a chair right now. You're supposed to hang it. There's like little ropes that hang from here, and it hangs upside down, like it's like swinging on the pole. But I don't have anything currently to hang it on. We still have to make whatever we're gonna use for the haunt this year. So yeah, I can't do a demo here, but on the screen in the next few seconds when I'm done talking, there will be a demo playing so you could see what it does if you don't already know what it does. And I will also be doing that for Pennywise, and I think that's all the ones that I couldn't turn on. So yeah, I'll play that demo for you now. And this is the final animatronic of my 2022 animatronic collection as of before the 2022 Halloween season and any purchases that I make this year. Now the final one, as you can see, is the Hauntress. I got this one back in 2020 for my birthday. And yeah, it's definitely a nice one to have, especially as a jump scare, because you can't see what it's really gonna do until it scares you, because it's gonna be hidden behind a wall or whatever you have it behind. So it's definitely a nice jump scare, and it's pretty interchangeable too, because you can actually make it pop out to the left, right, or there's a certain way that you could configure the poles, I'm pretty sure. I think that's how you do it, and it allows you to have it lunge forward. So yeah, there's definitely different options that you could do for different jump scares. The detailing on the face is pretty cool. It has like a cool like ghost, reaper, ghoul kind of like theming going on with the how it's decorated with the painting and all that. It's a latex face around a plastic mold, but I do really enjoy the face on this one. Probably better than the, what's it called? I probably like the face on this one better than the new 2021 one from the Scream movie. Hands are pretty nice. And then the clothing's pretty plain, but it does look good for the scare, and it also makes it a little bit darker for the scare. So you just have like a, especially at night, because you could have like a strobe light on it, and then it'll just pop out, and you'll see like the face, like the top half of it. So that's nice. I guess I'll do a quick little demo so you could see the scare of this animatronic.